written tab. So today we will see what it's like to start Eclipse. Alright, so let's start by double-clicking on the icon. Alright, it will start Eclipse and you will be prompted to choose your workspace. If you already set your workspace, then this should be the one that you keep anyway, so I'm not going to change it. So launch. There is another workspace currently in use. If you have this problem, it probably means you've already have Eclipse running. So I think I have Eclipse running in this machine, but I can't see it in my taskbar. So what I will have to do is I will have to check my task manager. Right? In Windows, you Control Alt and then delete. Right? And choose Task Manager and see if Eclipse is there somewhere. Yeah, it's here, but it's somehow not shown. It's somehow not shown on my taskbar. Somehow it disappeared. So what I'll do is, just to be sure, I will shut down this Eclipse. Right click and then end task. Alright. Shut down Eclipse and then I can reopen it again. Alright. So click and choose your workspace and launch. Now, since I've got no other Eclipse running, so it should open normally, right? So now it opened normally. And now I can start doing my project. Alright, to new project, you can new project as a normal project. Alright, but in this class, we will actually be trying out how to maintain dependencies. So the projects that manage dependencies well are Maven projects. I-M-A-V-E-N. Maven. Alright, so I'll try new Maven project. Alright, let's say I choose file, new, and then there should be a Maven project to choose from. If there is no Maven project, maybe you can click other. Alright, click other. And it should be in here. Maven project should be selectable in others folder. Here, Maven. Alright. So you can new Maven project. Okay. Let's new the project. Alright. Click next to new Maven project. Then it will ask you if you need to use archetype. Archetype is the format of the project that's been used in many real-world situations. There are quite a lot of archetypes, or you can say project templates. Okay? But we are not going to use the templates. Alright, I will create my project from scratch. So I'll skip the archetype. Okay? Skip the archetype, and we will be building the file for selecting external libraries ourselves. Okay? So don't use the template. Right? Use default workspace location. Yes, I want to. Add project to working set. Alright? Working set is a folder that you can create to group your projects. Alright? If you just create a project in workspace, what if you have 100 projects? Then this screen will look very cluttered and can be confusing. Okay? So what I usually do is I either create alternate workspace for each group of projects, or create a working set for each group of projects. Alright, so in this case, I create a working set, right? My working set already exists. Alright, so it uses the one that I've set earlier. But you can new working set yourself. If you get back here, you can select working set from the menu here. Alright, select working set, and let's maximize it to big maybe. Okay, let's resize it manually. You can new your working set. You can see I've got many working sets already. I can edit existing one or new a new one. Right. New a new one for Java working sets. Next. Okay. Then let's say I name the working set test. Let's say Java sample working set. Okay. In the Java sample working set, I can add existing projects. Right, I've got some existing projects already. Alright, you can add some or all of the projects into that working set, which means if you select the working set, these projects will be visible and other projects won't be. Okay? So you can add this project, or if you don't want it, just remove it from the working set. Alright? So I create a Java sample working set. Okay, let's finish creating the working set. Finish. I've got the Java sample working set now. Here. Alright, you can select more than one working set at the same time, so that the display window here, the Project Explorer window, show all the projects in all the selected working sets. Okay? Let's say I have Java sample working set, right? Let's say I am using that working set that I create. Alright? Java sample working set, and then I click OK. So it will only now show the Java sample working set, which has no projects. Alright? To create your project, you can right click, but here in the menu, it doesn't have the option for you to create a new Maven project. So I will create it from the menu. File, new, other, Maven, right? And then Maven Project. Okay. Next. To avoid using the templates, all right, let's create a new project in the Java sample working set. All right. Okay. Now click next. So in every Maven project, you have to name the group project ID, the artifact ID, all right, and other things. So the must name group ID, artifact ID, and the version and the packaging. All right. So let's say I don't have a parent project, so I can leave these blank. All right. But if you have a parent project that you want your new project to depend somehow on the parent project, you can specify the parent project. Okay. Okay. For group ID, we usually use the reverse URL of your site. All right. But it actually can be anything. So I'll just name my test.java or maybe sample.java. That's my group ID. All right. All the projects in the same categories will be regarded as sample Java project. All right. Artifact ID is the name of the Java file that you create when you deploy the code from the project. Deploy means you get an executable file for your client or your customer. Okay? So, I'll name Java sample, right? Like this. Okay? It will be the name of the Java file that my customer can execute. Okay? And the version, let's say the first version is 0.0.1, a snapshot version. Okay? It's not a released version. So we have snapshot, which like a safe state of our program. Alright, in each state, we have each snapshot. Okay, and when we actually release our program or release our software, it will be called a released version. Okay, packaging is Java. You can choose other type of files, but usually we will export or deploy our executable file as a Java file. So I'll leave it as Java file. Okay? Now, the Java sample project. Well, it can be anything. Okay? Description. The first Java project created in Maven. Alright? Let's say, again, you can type down any description. Okay? Right. So finish. And it will create these folders for you. Alright, it will create this folder for you. We have src/min/java to store our source code. And we have resources folder to store images or sound files. We have paste/Java to store our test files. We have resources for the test, okay? And we've got JDK, but this is an old version, all right? It doesn't have our version. So we have to change it to our version 24. But you might think, well, we've already tasted Java version in the command line, right? So why isn't it version 24? Well, the version 24 is the one that runs Eclipse, okay? But within Eclipse, you've got to choose another JDK to run, okay? So you have to choose a new one, all right? Folder target will be the folder that your deployment files get created when you actually deploy your project for your client or for your customer. Okay? So right now we have to change this, and we also have the POM file. All right? The POM file is an XML file that specifies the external libraries. All right? If you use the POM file, if you use the same POM files for each of your projects, they will actually download the same external libraries. Okay? So this is the main file that control external library that you use. All right? You write it in XML format. Okay? We'll see about this later. Okay? So right now, let's change the version of the JDK, alright? When we change the version, we will have our project semi-ready or almost ready to develop our code, okay? So let's change this. You can right-click and then select Build Part and then Configure Build Part. Alright? And it will open, and you can see this is version 1.8. So you can actually add library. Alright? Add library to add a GIE system library. That is another JDK. Alright? Adding another JDK. Double click on it. Or you can click next. Alright? I'll click next. Okay? And here, if you have installed and set the Java home, this should come out. Default JIE to JDK 24. Alright? Select it. Alright, and click finish. It will update your JDK to 24. Alright? To prevent conflict, you should actually remove the old version of Java. So I will remove it. It doesn't actually disappear. Alright? It's just that this Eclipse project will not see it. Okay? Remove. Alright. So that's JDK 24. Apply. And then apply and close. So now you've got almost everything ready. Alright, you've got almost everything ready for your new Java program. Alright, we will be making a Java program in the next video. Okay? So, bye for now. Ciao.